going on, people? Welcome to United View. Welcome to our first preview for our first Premier League game of the 2022-23 season. Erik ten Hag era has officially, or is about to officially get underway. All pre-season is done and dusted. There is so much going on behind the scenes. Yes, we need more signings. The Ronaldo saga. Martial's injured. It's all going off. But it's business time. It's business time. All that gets put to the side for 90 minutes at home against Brighton, where we must get 3 points. Smash a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you lot are new, and let us know how you're feeling about the season ahead. Owen, let's try to not speak about the sagas that are going on, Frankie de Jong and transfers, because essentially this is the moment to just talk about the game. And some of those things may be part of that, but as why you may say we're not ready for this game or why this game's harder, etc., etc. But let's really get into what this game is, predicted lineups, how you think we're going to shape up, and essentially how you think we're going to play. What are you saying?
So let's go into predicted lineup first. It's quite an interesting one considering the injury to Martial. That's kind of thrown the spanner in the works a little bit. And I guess about whether the signings will start. He said in his press conference yesterday, Ten Hag, that the signings are ready to start. They're fit to start. So the expectation is that they will. So my predicted lineup would be De Gea in goal. Shock horror. Yeah. Diogo Dalot right back. I think Martinez will start. I know in the week they're possibly saying Lindelof and Maguire, but I think Martinez will start. Partners him will be Maguire because he's the captain. He's been doing media this week, did an interview with Sky Sports, spoke about Ronaldo, etc. So I think he'll start with Maguire. Left back, I know Luke Shaw, I did see from The Athletic this morning reporting that he is recovered from his illness. But considering Malacia played that final pre-season fixture, and then I think it was Tellez played at Old Trafford for against Rayo Vallecano, and now he's gone. He's on loan to Sevilla.
So wait there, did Luke Shaw not play against Atletico as well?
No, he was ill.
He was ill, wasn't he?
He was ill. Yeah.
So the last time Luke Shaw played was on tour.
I believe so, yeah. So again, for me, that's why we were saying during that Atleti game, that's why I was saying that, wow, it's Malacia's position now, one would think, right? The recovery from illness plus the preseason minutes as well. So I think Malacia starts at left back. I think then, and I do think it will still be the 4-2-3-1 that we saw throughout the entirety of the tour. I think those two sort of deeper midfielders will be Fred. And my hope is that it would be Eriksen. I'm not going to lie. I won't be shocked if it's McTominay. I would not be shocked.
McTominay and Fred, yeah.
But I think he might. I hope he would go with Fred and Eriksen. Then on the left, this is where it gets interesting. I'm just actually, I might have to.
No, because you said, I was just about to say that because you were saying
Continue.
Okay.
So then I think it'll be Rashford on the left, Donny as the 10, Sancho on the right, and then Bruno in the false 9. However, I wouldn't rule out Ronaldo starting, but I'm going to say that Bruno starts as a false 9. What's yours?
I like that. Okay, so I'm going Diogo. I'm going De Gea obviously in goal. That same back four as you. I think Malacia, yeah, because when I just deeped it, then Luke Shaw literally hasn't played since Aston Villa, since he come off in the 60s, in the 70th minute or whatever minute it was against Villa. He literally hasn't played since then. But he would have been training and then missed. I don't know, but look, if he trusts him, he hasn't played. I just think
recovery from illness plus preseason minutes plus sharpness. Malacia sharper than Shaw.
It's just Malacia, yeah. You would think, innit? You'd think. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll go the same back four. I don't think Eriksen will start. I don't think Eriksen will start. I want him to. I just don't think he starts him. I think he goes McTominay and Fred. But I don't think Donny starts. I think Bruno is in the 10. I think Sancho is on the right. I think Rashford is on the left. And I think Ronaldo does start. And he plays him for as long as he think he can manage. Especially with just the defense of him and trying to make it go away as well, because it gives him, he can play it, he can use it to his advantage and say, right, okay, Martial's injured. This Ronaldo thing is still a Ronaldo thing. If I just play him and take him off in the 65th or 75th minute, he might have scored by then, fingers crossed he has, take him off and then put Bruno in the false 9 or put Rashford up front for the last 15 or whatever you want to do. I just think he'll go that way. I think because actually, think about the reaction at Old Trafford and getting everyone, it's different on a match day when you're in the stadium. All the negativity around Ronaldo. He didn't even get booed or anything the last time. Nor should he on a match day. He shouldn't be booing the players. Ronaldo gets announced. He's on the pitch. I just feel in the absence of Martial and the limited options, I think he'd rather go with an actual striker and stay true to the philosophy of what he's doing with a striker. And see how long he can last. I just feel
it's
that
going to see how tied in he is to his whole fitness process. Some managers live and die by it. If you haven't gone through, they go, if you haven't gone through the minutes, like some people like Ralph was an example of this, don't risk players. Like they don't. It's the process. You have to go through the process, or you can have the other side of things like Ollie, a bit more of a gambler, right? If he's not fit, we'll throw him in anyway, all that kind of stuff.
Could he make a statement?
Ten Hag. That's what I mean. It's going to show what kind of manager he is in this situation. Does he have his structure, his process, or is he a little bit of a gambler in the sense of I see what I can get out of him? Because it's two options, isn't it? It's like you said, start Ronaldo, see what you can get out of him, hopefully get a lead and then protect it, or it's play the false nine, hope that works, and then if you're struggling, bring Ronaldo on to get you the goal and win you the game. That's the two avenues to go down, isn't it?
I don't see a situation where Rashford starts up front. I definitely don't see that.
I don't want to see that either.
I don't want to see that either. I definitely don't. I agree with you in terms of putting Bruno up there for the system we want to play. Then you could maybe put Donny or Eriksen just behind Bruno, and that's real football intelligence in there and real, I wouldn't mind seeing that. But you're right. With how, to be fair, Eric, and this is what's great about Erik ten Hag, the way you deep it, it's like he hasn't given a lot away because he's been strict on, like you said, Ronaldo has to prove himself. It's not about what he's done in the past. It's how fit he is now. And like everyone else, he needs to prove his fitness and prove he can do it now. He said that, but also in the press conference, he's having none of it of people trying to just go in on Ronaldo. He's trying to just move on from that. But he has to stay true to his word of people have to get fit before they play for me. So if we're taking him for his word, Ronaldo shouldn't start. He's only played 45 minutes throughout the whole preseason. Yeah, actually, he's only played 45 minutes, the whole thing. But that's a really hard one. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. There are predicted 11s. I've gone with Ronaldo, maybe see how long he can get out of him. Owen's gone with Ten Hag, probably stay true to his principles more so than anything, which I do agree with. I can see that scenario. But Brighton is a team that, look, you have to say they are weaker than before because they've lost arguably, their two best players, really. In Cucurella and or two of their biggest players anyway, and Basuma. It's not the same Brighton. We can't underestimate them though. I think I saw, is it Duffy's going somewhere as well, or Dunk? Not Dunk. I think Duffy might be going somewhere. I saw. But you can never underestimate Brighton because one thing about Brighton is they always manage to rebuild after their best players go. They play attractive football, and we will be stupid to write them off. But it is a new season. The last time we played them, obviously got absolutely smashed at the Amex. I would like to say this is a different Man United. It isn't in terms of all the personnel. It is in a couple of areas. But in terms of that was last season. And Erik ten Hag said that when Rob Dawson spoke to him about it and asked him, said, look, basically you got smashed off these 4-0. You're confident that won't happen again. I don't care about last year. I wasn't even here then. And that's what we were saying at the time of those bad results when everyone was like, if these players have to play for us again, we will lose every single game. That's how it felt. You couldn't see a future of it's a new season. There's a bit more positive. And I remember you actually alluded to it on one show. It's it'll be completely different when there's a new manager, preseason tours happen, there's a new feel. But we can't underestimate them, can we? We have to be on our game tomorrow.
No, we can't underestimate them. It's going to be fascinating to see. They'll like you said, they play really good stuff. High intensity, high energy, great possession-based football, but also they press. And when we have seen United be pressed, especially in that early couple of minutes against Atleti, pressed, especially high up the pitch at the back, might get a little bit messy. The hope would be... It
started off bad, but then they started working it out, though.
It got a bit better. That's why Martinez, for me, has to start, because they will pressure us higher up on the pitch. We can't have that shakiness on the ball. That might be there, let's face it, with your Maguires and your De Gea's. So... that's why Martinez has to start for me. But look, I think it'll be an excellent game of football in the sense of, from a technical point of view, you've got two sides that are trying to play open, free-flowing, attractive football. So I think that's going to be interesting to see. Like you said, it's a weaker Brighton side, you could argue, but they've still got good players, a good coach, and ultimately a group of players there that know what their coach wants and are disciplined and to what he is expecting from them from a technical point of view. So Brighton will still hold a threat. They'll still be dangerous. Personally, myself, I do see it as a game that we win. If we don't, can you imagine with everything that's going on? But I do see it as a game that will win. But just because we would win this game doesn't mean that I'm confident for the remainder of the season. It's not enough for the remainder of the season. But I do see it as I think we'll just have enough to get it done. But I also think, as sometimes these opening day fixtures can go, they tend to go one of two ways, don't they? Either super easy, it's a breeze, and you go, oh, confident, or they can be really difficult, or they can be really difficult, and you go, just need to get through it. And I saw Gary Neville talk about it last night when he said, I expect United to win, but it's just about getting through the game. With everything that's going on, and especially with some of the games we've got coming up later on, the Liverpool's that we just need a win, get on with it, take a bit of pressure off.
This is exactly what it is, and this is where you get into how things are viewed. You know, I'm not saying that if we win, everyone forgets about the transfer and thinks everything all right. But if we can see that the team is playing well, even with what he's got, it then becomes like, look, see if we can just get some players in, like it's fine. You know, we don't blame this on the manager. But if you lose, or you don't, even if you win and scrape and don't win well and it doesn't look good, that can be negative. It's like, but we just need the 3 points, especially whole host of teams would have played all today. Arsenal have got their win in the bag. You just don't want to be getting off to a bad start and having it compounded on you, you know. But look at what Arsenal did last year. Lost the first 3 games, didn't even score a goal going into international break. And then they went on a good run. And it's going to be ups and downs of the season. But also, if you think of it from a Brighton perspective, Graham Potter will be saying to his team, listen, the pressure's all on them. They've got a new manager. We spanked them last time. You know, people, they should be expected to beat us. But we play good football and we shouldn't fear them. And I saw in his press conference, he said that just because Erik ten Hag, you know, it's not an advantage for him that Erik ten Hag doesn't know the league and that he's new. He didn't see it like that. He saw it as Erik ten Hag is a fantastic manager. Man United got great players. He played it the right way, as he should. But behind the scenes, he will be telling his team, don't go there and fear Man United. They're not all of a sudden changed overnight, and you know you can't get the ball off them and it's relentless. Don't get me wrong. Hopefully we can give them a baptism of fire where they're going back down on the coach after the game saying, bloody hell, that was different to the last time we played them. That was really good. That was a really difficult game. I hope he's at the end of the game saying we just lost to the better team today. They were really good. You know, we just couldn't get near them, etc., etc. But before the game, he won't give a crap about that. In terms of individuals who I'm looking out for, if we're looking at, you know, who's going to be really important, hopefully Jadon Sancho's illness was just really quick and he can just pick up right back where he left, because that right-hand side with him and Dalot is starting to really marinate into something. It's starting to really develop into something, and the understanding is there. Malacia and Ronaldo and Rashford, or whether it's Shaw and Rashford, again, we've seen reports that Ten Hag wants both his fullbacks to be contributing all the time. And one thing we did see throughout the pre-season, especially while we was away, was the fullbacks were getting involved a lot, both sides. Do you know what I mean? And it was always going down our left. We didn't really have a right-hand side. So that's important for me. And that's that midfield pivot, isn't it? It'll be interesting to see whether he goes with, even if it is McTominay and Fred, because even when it was in the tour, when we had the ball, it was still Fred just sitting there. And McTominay was going on and joining on with Bruno, or vice versa. When we're in possession, we play with 1-6, even though it was those two players picked. I still want to see that, especially at home. I still want to see that.
Can I throw some interesting stats at you as well?
You can.
Wrap things up?
Absolutely.
So, since Brighton been promoted to the Premier League, they have not defeated Manchester United at Old Trafford. There are 6 consecutive victories for Manchester United at Old Trafford. They have never drawn. They have never beaten United at Old Trafford. So, that's that one. The last time, I'll get you some Manchester United opening day statistics as well. So Manchester United overall in the history of the Premier League have 20 victories, 6 defeats and 4 draws in terms of our opening day fixtures in the Premier League. That's a 66.67% win percentage. Now, when it comes to opening day fixtures at Old Trafford in the Premier League, Manchester United have 13 wins, 2 defeats and 3 draws with a 72% win percentage. Those 2 defeats actually came came in more recent years, one being Crystal Palace in the opening day of that COVID season. And also the other one came in Louis van Gaal's first game at Old Trafford, which was Swansea at Old Trafford after winning every game on the pre-season tour. So again, pre-season isn't everything, but historically we're fairly strong on the opening day and fairly strong at Old Trafford, or very strong at Old Trafford on the opening day as well. When it comes to Erik ten Hag and his opening day stats at Ajax, there were 2 draws followed by 2 victories. So that's an interesting statistic as well, Flex.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. But essentially, it's down to them players. It's down to the manager to set us up. And you know what? Leave any negativity at the door. Hopefully, we get a performance tomorrow that we're really proud of and that we're excited by. Do you know what I mean? I hope we're talking about the manager. I hope we're talking about the players and saying that, you know what? There's a lot of negativity. Of course, we still need more. But it just shows that Ten Hag, having a better manager just at the helm can improve us instantly, because that's where we're at. And hopefully the new signings in Martinez, Malacia and Eriksen can figure prominently, so that actually it looks like money well spent from the off. That's what you want. Clean sheet would be amazing. Maguire playing well, Martinez contributing, Sancho cooking, all these things. Bruno, we want them all to do well. So yeah, I don't want to start getting into predictions this year. You already said it's a game you're going to win.
I did predictions on the overview and they went really well, didn't they?
Exactly. But I feel like we should do them this year. I think we should. I think we should.
I'm going to say 2-1 Manchester United. I do think we'll concede though.
Yeah. I think we'll concede. Do I say 3-1? Do I just go with my chest and just say, listen, I think it's a new season. I think we'll be all right at home to Brighton.
I think
3-1. I feel uncomfortable going 3-1.
I think we'll go 2-0 up. Brighton will score, and then those last few minutes are going to be horrible.
Do you know what, Owen? I'm going to say 2-0 Man United. That's what I'm going to go with.
A comfortable 2-0? Or a 2-0 where you're like,
I think a 2-0 where we went 1-0 up, then it was a bit ropey. Then second half, we came out, got the goal, and that essentially killed the game. And there were some good moments and a good platform to build on. I think a routine win. Routine win, bloody hell. I don't know where I'm getting this confidence from. Everyone's going to be in the comments saying, why have we done this, Fletcher? But it's a new season. I'm coming with a bit more vim. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If I get slapped in the face, I will completely go back to old ways. But I feel like it's a new manager. He deserves my backing. He deserves me to say, I'm confident in you. I've seen you on tour. I think you're going to get us the win. So there you go. I'm going 2-0. Owen's going 2-1. Drop your views in the comments and your predictions in the boxes below. We will have plenty of match reaction and live reaction and the live match view as well coming up for you guys on match day tomorrow as well. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We are out of here, guys. Peace.